inside of the case, there's your banana in the case. So there you go. So you have no banana questions. I have answered all banana questions. The TD, I don't know what does anybody know what the heat absorption is for a banana? Okay, so let's do zip tie count, which you guys will probably be surprised, but I mean, zip tie count is high for a couple reasons. One, I needed to substitute cable extensions, so I did it with zip ties a little bit. Okay, so what was our zip tie count? Odd or even is the question. Ugh, it's still hefty. Okay, here we go. Zip tie count. Odd or even. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25. 26. 26 zip ties, guys. It is even today. 26 zip ties in this smoked out build. All right, let's take a look at our sponsor today, and then our deals, and then we'll turn it on and just check what thermal differences were, are, is, am, was, been, being. If anybody knows what that is, it's an English joke. Okay. Oh, let's take a seat here. Ooh. Is, am, are, was, were, been, being. Throw the banana in, they say. I have not done the 903 Max, but Cape, I will request it from Montech so we can check it out. Always down to do new cases. Okay, so you get finished with a build like this and you're like, hey, well, I want to put Windows. You saw what you saw today during the stream, how to install Windows and all that sort of stuff. But if I want to install Windows, you can head over to VIP/CDKdeals.com, because if you were going to buy it at like Newegg or even at Best Buy, it'd be $107 for a copy of Windows 7 Pro or Windows 11 Pro. But here at VIP/CDKdeals.com, you can pick it up for $23.65. But if you click on the icon and you hit Buy Now, and you use code RBCK at checkout, RBCK, hit apply, what was $23.65 drops all the way down to $16.55. Now, these all are OEM. They only work with the build that you built. They don't transfer between builds, and if you change hardware to a certain degree, you will have to buy a second code, but for the most part, they have great customer service. We've had thousands and thousands and thousands of people who've used these codes before, and if you have questions, you can just ask right here in chat. Also, if you want to pick up a copy of Office, if you don't want to play for Office 365, here's Office 2019. Regular, this would be $250, almost $300, but if you buy it here, it's $67.18. But same thing, guys, RBCK at checkout. Hit apply. What was $67.18 drops all the way down to $47.03. So that is it. VIP/CDKdeals.com. If you have questions, you can obviously ask in chat. You're seeing it pop up a ton of times here on the. So it depends. Ours seems to be motherboard only. Yeah, outside of that, it seems to be pretty good. And not saying if you switch out an NVMe or GPU or anything like that, it'll be a problem. But if you have questions, you can always ask right here in chat. We have tons of people, again, have used them. And then again, they have great customer service as well. Just remember, VIP / CDKdeals.com. Use code RBCK at checkout. Okay, last thing I want to tell you guys about, Robitech.com. A lot of people don't know that we actually have our own website with awesome things like, and I'll show you some of that stuff. For instance, if you wanted to have a commission built like LOD does or other people do, you can head over to Robitech.com, just hit email Robitech, and then you can also find here for all the affiliate links if you want to help us when you're buying hardware. This is a great place to go before you click. Just click on the link and then we'll get a little commission for anything that you buy. Other thing worth checking out is Insider, Robitech.com/insider. This is a great place to get all of the content and all of the builds and everything that we've done over the course of the week, as well as giveaways. For instance, we're running the Cyberpunk giveaway right now. So if you want to find out what PCs we're giving away or what's coming up in the schedule, head over to Robitech.com/insider for that. We also have all of our builds here. For instance, here's the Antec 1 Performance Silent build that you just saw, as well as a video, so you can literally find the parts and then follow along with the build step by step. It's a great resource. And then again, we get affiliate links for all this stuff, but it's a great place if you're like, ooh, what was that build he built? You can find all of that stuff right here. Great place to just find our builds as well as links for all the parts. Under resources, and this is a new thing, we have things like our GPU drivers, minimum PSU requirements, and then even stuff like how to install Windows, so a step-by-step guide. So if you're ever curious or want to know how to do it, you can head over to Robitech.com/resources or and then get that information. But last thing, deals. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, stream deals. KYY portable monitor, 15.6-inch 1080p full HD USB-C monitor. On sale $115.99. So if you want to basically a nice productivity monitor that doubles your productivity when using a laptop, these are great. We've used a number of them. All of them are actually pretty straightforward, especially the $100 ones, if you're just using them as a secondary monitor. Phanteks Eclipse G360A, love this case. Tempered glass ATX mid-tower, 360mm AIO support at the top and in the front, on sale for $59. So if you want a beautiful all-white build, it's got a great RGB band too. Corsair Nightsaber wireless RGB gaming mouse with Slipstream, which I really like Slipstream. Back $30 off, making it $139.99, and you get lots of RGB. I know a lot of people like the Nightsaber mouses. Deepcool AK620 Zero Dark, another great AIO. Really, really like this one, and usually very inexpensive and performs very well. It's $59.99. Wow, that's a great price for that CPU. And if you want to know how that stacks up, head over to our air cooler. We have an air cooler Olympics that shows you how it stacks up versus air coolers like the A115 we're showing here. This one's crazy. Sapphire Pulse RX 7900 XT on sale $699.99. That is a bonkers price for a 7900 XT. So if you're looking for a great GPU, that is a crazy good price for that GPU. And then finally, the Corsair K65 Mini 60% mechanical keyboard, $40 off, making it $69.99. So anyway, guys, my favorite ones are honestly these three right here. The cooler, that case, and then that GPU. Those are all great prices and great performing products for really, really good prices. So if you're looking to pick up a GPU or case, or looking for a new case for your build, or even an air cooler, and you could do a AK620 with a 14.6 or a 7800X3D and throw in that 7900 XT, and you would have a killer build right there. So anyway, guys, that is it for deals. Everybody say thank you, Tom. Good job, Tom. You're amazing, sir. Okay, so we're going to pull this through here. Now the big question is, does it post? I'm going to take the banana out because I don't want to fry it. Don't want to fry a banana. Okay, so now we're going to plug in all of our cables. So PSU, GPU, LAN, and GPU. And we'll throw this in there. Throw that in there. That out of the way, let's grab our mouse and our keyboard. I was going to, yeah, if we could. I thought you were gonna run. I asked you to run one. It's too late now. Don't worry about it now, Blondie, because I don't want to hold it for that long. It's all good. Okay, here we go, guys. It's gonna be pretty dark inside, but I will. We'll go to side camera here. Side there. Lift it back a little bit. It is on. And then 3, 2, 1. There it goes. That's it. That's the only light. That's all there is. It is already posted. We're gonna hit delete in a. Did I miss it? I did. Oh no, maybe I didn't. All right, one thing I am gonna do, real quick, guys. Let's go to easy mode. I want to go to fan info, and then we're gonna go to our system fans. System fan 1. Okay, we're gonna go into our fan curve here. We're gonna put smart fan mode, and we're gonna put it at PWM. And then system fan 6, smart mode, PWM. Okay, so just to make it quieter, so that takes care of that. CPU pump's fine, everything else is good. I just wanna make sure those fans are set up correctly. Okay, so that's everything. XMP's installed, everything there. We're gonna hit good, and we're gonna go from there. Okay, so our build is now ready. I have to say, man, it looks really good. I mean, we're gonna put the cover on it and completely block it, but in terms of cleanliness, this build looks really, really nice. All across the board, if you were to get this from like an SI or anybody else, you'd be like, I am very happy with just how smoked out this is. And honestly, that Founders Edition GPU looks really good in there. But we're gonna test the thermals and stuff here in just a few minutes. Okay, let's throw in our other cable here. Okay, so we have everything in now. Okay, let's go ahead and put in our cover, because remember, we are not, this is a just build it and go. Still made it look pretty in case you decided you did want to put in the tempered glass, but this is the silent, just performance build. Okay, there we go. So there is nothing inside of this now. And that's how it looks. So let's open up our CPU ID in Cinebench. How much warm it runs. Right now, look at that idle temp, 34 degrees. So that's great. Let's go to 10-minute duration and a 10-minute duration and start. Remember, this is an air cooler. And I'm not surprised to see the temps actually lower. because the cooler is getting direct fed. Look at that. We actually gained almost 600 points compared to when we were running it as a bench. But right now the CPU is getting direct, the air cooler is getting direct airflow. So we're actually seeing better temps than what we were seeing when it was outside because of the air that is being fed. Right now it's sitting at 80. It's sitting at 80 degrees. Remember, it was sitting at 82 and higher. And look at that Cinebench score. I mean, this thing is just doing a great job of just feeding it. What do you think of that, Org? And listen how, I mean, it's you can hear it, but for the most part, it's pretty quiet. If this was underneath a desk or something like that, you would not be able to hear it. Apparently some PC can, I don't know how you would do that. I mean, again, thermal paste is a pretty important part of the whole cooling process there for sure. No, he must have left. It's all good. Yeah, 7800X3D, well, yeah, you can get to 90. At 90, it's 91 for a 7800X3D. And then for an Intel, an i7, it'll be 99. Yes, Org is right. But I mean, like, putting paste on is pretty easy. And cleaning up. Okay, guys, so there it is, 82 degrees. I don't think we're gonna have any problem here. Let's test gaming real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and open MSI Afterburner, set this up. When it's not under load, it's actually very quiet too. Okay, so let's go to monitoring. We're gonna do GPU temperature 1. There we go. We want GPU usage. We want vid usage. We want memory usage. We want core clock. We want memory. I don't know if we care about that. And then that's it for that. Now CPU temperature. There we go. CPU usage. CPU clock. CPU power. CPU power! And then we'll change frame rate. And then we'll change frame time to text and graph. Okay, there we go. Everything's set now. Let's just hold on real quick. We can go down a little bit. Okay, cool. Okay, let's start with a banger. Start with some Cyberpunk 2077. Oh, dang it. Library. Do not show ready played streamable games. Okay, there you go. So you go to frame time, and then you change it from on the right. You'll see an option that says MAUA. It changes text to text and graph. Okay, gonna go to play. Okay, hitting allow. And by the way, we have new parts lists, so I'm gonna fix that real quick, so I can show you guys what parts are inside of it. So again, just to remind you, what we're running in here is not this one. There it is. Core i7 14700K, MSI MAG Z790 Tomahawk Wi-Fi. We have an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080 Super. We're using Kingston Renegade 1 terabyte and a 2 terabyte NVMe storage. We've got Kingston Fury B 6000 mega transfer, 32 gigs at DDR5. We have the Antex Performance One Silent, the Corsair A115 air cooler, and then we have the Asus TUF Gaming 850 watt ATX 3.0 PSU. And that's what we have running inside this build. Again, it's all about simplicity, easy to put together, and you've seen it from soup to nuts today. Let's pop this in and get this, give this a go. Look at that temp, it's 66, 70, still air-cooled, beautiful temperature there. So like, again, don't need to add any additional fans or anything like that. Let's put this on ray tracing. Let's put it on overdrive. We'll put DLSS on. We're gonna run it at balanced. We're gonna run it with ray reconstruction, and then we'll see. This is like full blown, and then 1440p, full screen. And then we'll give it the best it can. We're really pushing the 1440p. And again, this build is gonna be great. I guess the way to think of NVIDIA is like the good all around. It can do single player excellent, and then it's also great at multiplayer as well. And so what you guys are gonna see here is where NVIDIA GPUs really shine at highly polished, over the top single player graphical experiences like Cyberpunk. And we're running 1440p, no frame generation, ray tracing on with path tracing and ray reconstruction, hitting 70 frames per second. And look at those temps, 73 on our 14.7, 57, 55 on our Super FE. And this is an air-cooled 14700K. So again, you're looking at this build will not only, you could do productivity air-cooled, you could do gaming air-cooled, gaming streaming. This is a great streaming / gaming rig for content creators who just want a no-frills rig and really want to build a PC for them by themselves. You know what I mean? That's what I wanted to do, is just make it really easy for somebody to follow along with. There you go right there, 81 frames per second. And then if you just wanted it, let's just put it down, put it on Ray Tracing Ultra. This is Ray Tracing Ultra, so this is not over the top. This is just regular old Cyberpunk 2077 without path tracing. So this is what AMD would be capable of running. Not at the frame rate you're gonna see here, but still could run this particular setting. There you are, 118, 117 frames per second. So if you wanted that greater than 100 frames per second without using frame generation, which frame generation now, I mean, NVIDIA's done some really impressive stuff to bring the overall frame time way down with frame generation. But yeah, beautiful temps. That 14.7 is running beautifully. The 4080 Super is running beautifully. Again, both of them are being fed with lots of air from those performance fans that come with the silent, right, which is nice. And again, also running at good temps. No, we do micro AT. We've done mini IT. We did the Incore 100 Max. We've done Incore 200Ps. We're doing Fractal Terras here pretty soon, so yeah. Okay, cool. So there is Cyberpunk 2077 and running on this amazing system. Let's check out Starfield, and then we'll end it with Call of Duty. Will it run midlife? Dude, nothing runs midlife crisis. Except for crack cocaine, I don't know. I love builds like this. I love it when plans come together, and this is a build that a plan came together. That we tried something and it did better than I thought. Yeah, Star Citizen is gonna. We're getting ready to do a really cool series on ultra wide gaming. Like, what is the best gear? What is the best combinations for ultra wide gaming, both in AMD and NVIDIA, and then also a guide on ultra wide monitors. So, obviously, Star Citizen will be a part of that. Yeah, that's like 5600 X3D with a 6700 XT is a great one, Shaquandra. Okay, so we're gonna go here. Let's go to display. We're gonna turn off, whoa, okay. Go to Ultra. Let's just render it max. And to see how this runs at 1440p, we're going to turn off. We're going to turn on, there we go. So this is just raw, Ultra, without motion blur. Raw, Starfield. Oh, thank you. I'll turn VSync off. There was something I would miss. Thank you, James. Okay, so there we are. This is 100 plus frames per second. And we are in city right now. And this is not a DLSS, this is just raw Starfield with max ultra settings. They've definitely done a lot to help improve the quality of the game. Again, also look at that. Look at the RAM, the VRAM. This is another thing in terms of optimization. We're at sub 8 gigs. And if we did DLSS, which would switch the temperature, we'd probably see some spike in overall GPU memory. So let's sit there, let's say, hey, could we, if you wanted to throw, here we go, we'll go to gameplay. Display, oops, display. Let's go to DLSS. We'll set it to balanced. And then we have, they're good there. And now wow, we actually, wait, did that work? Yeah, it did. Okay.